federal government does not exactly, to say the least, have a great track record when it comes to telling us not to drink. Remember, prohibition in the roaring 20s didn't work out well for the government and the teetotalers. And while the government right now doesn't want to ban alcohol altogether, to be fair, they're kind of on their way. The Department of Health and Human Services are reviewing the current alcohol guidance. In the next week or two, they could change everything. As it stands right now, men are recommended to have two or fewer drinks a day. For women, that number is 1. They could change it all. The Department of Health and Human Services installed a 6-member advisory board. 3 of the researchers on the board have demonstrated in their work, we'll get into how accurate that work is, that any amount of alcohol is harmful, hence the debate. The co-chair of the Bourbon Caucus, Kentucky Representative Andy Barr, is here. He is the only man. The Bourbon Caucus is standing between HHS and all of our bourbon that they are going to pry from our cold, dead hands. Why does everybody hate bourbon right now and whiskey and beer and everything else?
Well, that's the thing, Leland. That's just not true. Americans love bourbon, and increasingly people all around the world love bourbon. And it's the busybodies, the unelected, unaccountable bureaucrats at the Department of Health and Human Services who are trying to, as you say, stand in the way of Americans' freedom and America's distinctive spirit, which is Kentucky bourbon.
Until we were doing research for this segment, I didn't know that, what the government guidance was. Americans have a funny way of deciding for themselves what government guidance they will or will not follow. So why does this matter, other than as a fun topic on television to talk about and if we were together, drink over?
Well, it matters beyond just bourbon and the nanny state telling the American people how to live their lives. It's what the Biden administration is doing across the board, whether it's telling Americans that they can only drive electric vehicles or that they have to discontinue use of certain stoves or certain products or not use fossil energy, the most affordable, reliable energy available.
I get that, Congressman, but just to be fair, all of those are things that the government actually wants to take away, right? The EPA wants to say you can't have gas cars after 2030. Chicago, New York, we've covered these stories, say no gas stoves or no wood-fired pizza ovens. They're actually taking it away. As I read this, and maybe I'm wrong, but no one's saying here we're gonna put in controls so that someone can only have 2 drinks a day 4 times a week.
Well, guidelines one day from the government and lectures from know-it-alls in Washington can lead to more draconian measures. The bottom line is the American people don't appreciate bureaucrats telling them how to live their lives, especially when it's not rooted in real science.
I hear you. I completely agree with you. So this is Senator from Texas, Ted Cruz, on this issue. Take a listen.
And now these idiots have come out and said, drink 2 beers a week. That's their guideline. Well, I got to tell you, if they want us to drink 2 beers a week, frankly, they can kiss my ass.
And everybody drinks the beer. Okay, a sentiment I'm sure you would agree with. But this, to be fair, Dr. Tim Naimimi, University of Victoria substance researcher. I'm sure he's a lot of laughs to head out with on a Friday night. Alcohol is one of the leading behavior-related cause of health problems and deaths and some social problems and economic costs, ranging from things like injuries and accidents and cancers and heart disease, is what he has to say. Not that I don't enjoy wine, I do, and bourbon. Is he wrong?
Look, alcoholism is a real problem, and it's true that there are health risks with overconsumption. But what we're talking about here is not overconsumption. What we're talking about here is the federal government being overly restrictive in the manner in which Americans make choices for themselves. And frankly, we don't need the federal government to intervene here. We have organizations at the local level. We have private organizations. And the bourbon industry itself has done some very important work in encouraging responsible use of their product. And so I just think this is an overreach that goes well beyond what needs to happen.
You're making me thirsty for a bourbon already. Next time we do this segment, you're going to come in, and we're going to have a whiskey together as we talk. It's good to see you, sir. Bourbon knows no better ambassador or advocate than you in Washington.
Thanks a lot. There's 12 million barrels of bourbon aging in Kentucky. That's more than twice the number of people. That's because bourbon is America's spirit and it's popular.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.